it is. It's a match between Rangers and Celtic, and they're, as you say, the two big clubs. I think the Rangers and Celtic are two big clubs because they think big. Both of them have always thought big. Many people in football indicate that Rangers and Celtic are big because they get big crowds. No. Rangers and Celtic are big because Rangers Club and Celtic Club both think big. The legislators think big. I like to think I think big. I hope my players think big. That's the way we're schooled. That's the way we've always been brought up. Because we think big. We live it big.
And there's the final picture of John Greig with the European Cup Winners' Cup.
Basically, big is a very vital word as far as the Rangers are concerned. It has been over the years, and it was rather a different make-up, and always have been, than the Celtic, or the Hibs, or Aberdeen, or any of the other good Scottish clubs through the years. Rangers mean to Glasgow like the Labour Party means to Glasgow, like the Conservative Party means to Glasgow, like the Protestants mean to Glasgow, like the Catholics mean to Glasgow, like the rich means to Glasgow, and like the poor. We are a very vital and a very alive part of Glasgow. Glasgow Rangers, people eat and sleep Glasgow Rangers. Supporters go home on a Saturday night if the Rangers lose, they give their wife a bashing about. It's more than just a focal point to hang their sporting instincts on. It's part of their life. They grow up with it. Parents rearing kids rear them on the folklore of Glasgow Rangers as much as they do in the Bible. The people of Glasgow mean a tremendous lot to Glasgow Rangers. We are very proud on almost every occasion of the people, the very ordinary people that we give pleasure to in the game, in their life.
I was doing in England for a long time as well, you know. I used to come up to England and for Bolton and that, you know, travel all over for them. Oh, well, I spent a fortune on Rangers, you know. Oh, I work as I'm working in the parts now at, you know, a storeman in the parts department, Alexander Park, just across the way there, you know. I like my job as well, but I don't work overtime. They keep asking me to work overtime, but I don't, because I like to go to the matches. I like to go to all the matches I can, you know. And the most important thing is I wanted now, so, is to get my footy took on the Ibrox, but with the team, you know. With the whole team, plus the managers, you know. That's what I'd like to get, you know.
We Glasgow and Rangers are completely synonymous. But we're a wider scope than that because we have fans and supporters from all over the country, all over the world. We feel we're a worldwide organisation. Indeed, when we had our Centenary, we had people coming from Canada and from Australia, and we had a fascinating night that was full of nostalgia. We had invited over 230 old Rangers players. The oldest of whom had been a goalkeeper for us in 1902 and was 97 years of age. It was quite fascinating to think that football took us back over these old eras, and an old fella like that was still as lively and fresh and still a great love for the game of football. We're very proud to be 100 years old. Indeed, we're very proud of the fact that Glasgow Rangers Football Club was in motion before there was any football in Europe, any organised football in Europe. Always felt that we were number one, and we've tried to live up to that all through 100 years. I think that the people who were in charge of the legislation of this club were proud people in themselves, who liked to think that they were better than the next man or the next other club who was coming up at their back. They always tried to be one step ahead in everything they did. I think basically it was started at that time as a diversion and purely as a sport. It's gone beyond sporting instincts now. It's all top clubs like Glasgow Rangers and the big clubs throughout Europe. They're run as business organisations.
Well, the Rangers Football Club is a public company, it's a limited company. You've got to buy shares, become a shareholder. Any member of the public can buy shares in the Rangers Football Club. You can buy them in the stock exchange through a stockbroker.
We have big business within Glasgow Rangers like the weekly pools we have, but nothing has ever been allowed to overshadow the basic principle of playing the game and interesting the public who want to see Glasgow Rangers play football. On the field there always is rivalry, keen, razor-edged rivalry, based not on any resentment of one or the other, but just because of the fact that these players have been schooled and brought up to get victory, and it's the meeting of the two Goliaths, and they've got to be razor-edged, keen, enthusiastic, fire in their belly, to play in a game like that, and to play to the best of their ability. They've got to show the real guts and verve for playing and the sheer desire for winning. I hope the tradition never changes in this club. It's maybe an old-fashioned way of looking at things, but